So, the latest from Wuhan.
Manis, this is a major development. These strict lockdowns have been in place in Hubei province since January 23rd. Now we finally have a date for when this lockdown will be removed. The date is April 8th. This means people will now be allowed to leave the city, leave Hubei province, leave the original epicenter of this outbreak. We have been reporting in the ensuing days gradual policies to ease restrictions. We had reported several days ago that residents would be allowed to leave Wuhan after proving that they're virus-free by getting a nucleic acid test and getting a health certificate. It's not clear, however, despite the removal of this lockdown, that transmissions have been totally cut off, despite the fact that official counts in Wuhan have slowed to just 0 or a few in the past several days. And the reason why I say that is because, according to a report from Caixin, there are still a few to a dozen asymptomatic cases, people who are being diagnosed every day in Wuhan, because unlike South Korea, China does not include asymptomatic infections in its official count.
And meanwhile, we have the President of the United States sounding quite clear. He wants a country back to work as soon as possible. I mean, this is the juxtaposition that is hard for us all to assess. South Africa, lockdown. UK, lockdown. India, lockdown. United States messaging from the podium, we're readying to open up.
Manis, this is certainly counter to what states in the United States have been doing, with more than a dozen governors putting in place aggressive shelter-in-place directives or ordering all non-essential businesses to close, not to mention the more aggressive measures we're seeing around the world, with most recently Prime Minister Boris Johnson ordering a lockdown in the UK. So what Trump is saying now, hinting that the U.S. economy could start up in less than 3 to 4 months, hinting that the administration's 15 days to slow the spread initiative could end after that initial trial period, is really counter to what health experts are saying. Health experts have made it very clear to Americans that if they do not dramatically limit social interaction, the healthcare system could be overwhelmed, the number of infections would skyrocket, and this would result in an increasing number of deaths, potentially similar to what's happened in Italy. So this is as the cases in the U.S. grow to more than 43,000, more than 500 deaths, as global cases top 380,000. And in terms of the economic argument that Trump is making, actually, a lot of economists have warned that reopening the economy too soon would worsen the situation, leading to another wave of outbreaks, overwhelming that health system, which could do more harm to long-term economic growth.